See me right way. I gotta turn it around. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, so I gotta pull away and go down. So can I zoom out? No. I hope they'll be able to hear. She wants you to pick her up. I'll pick her up.
Yeah, I'm going to be handling food, so.
Here are you. No, you don't want me. No, I just don't want you. She won't let me. All right. What a beautiful evening. It's cold. Now you want me to pick you up. I can't chase you. I can't chase you. Come here. Come here. I don't even know if we're in the shot.
I should get my phone.
Careful, don't knock it over. I don't have my good stand. Stephanie Barrett, hello there. You gonna come to me because I'm not chasing you. You seem to think this is a game all the time. I can't get her. So we figured we'd come on for a little bit and wish everybody a wonderful new year. I am not chasing you around the deck. I'm not chasing you. So I think you should move this. This is in your way. We're not going to pop the champagne. My friends went with us when we got married. She bought the champagne and we were going to drink it with them, Steve and Cynthia.
Yes, we were.
We never did.
I'm just going to get my glasses.
You're walking across.
Yep.
And I now found out that champagne should not be drunk after 15 years, and this is 30 years old. And she had the glasses engraved, Gary and Robbie. So anyways, it looks pretty. I'll just put it away like I've been putting it away. So let me say hello to everybody because I'm not spending 2 hours here. I haven't made dinner. I haven't eaten lunch, but I did have a green drink today. And Gary, you brought, I guess I'm gonna make a stir fry, and you can explain soon what you brought up. First of all, tell me if you can hear me because we don't have a mic. I'm supposing you can hear me. Red Base, hello. Judy Tripp, a member, hello. Happy New Year. Let's see. Nan Ban, Lynn Ford Quilter, hello. Good afternoon. Losing DREA, Dorit. Happy New Year. Barbara Samar, Happy New Year. I know, I'm hoping for a really good new year. Let's hope so. Grace in the Garden, this is fun. Spending part of the New Year's Eve with 2 wonderful people. Thank you so much.
I can hear, so
good. Okay, because I didn't like, I've just been running around getting stuff done. This is water. This one has your name on it, so there's no water in there. Oh, you brought your own water out. I thought I was going to have you pop this and then.
You want me to drink out of the.
No, you don't have to.
Glass?
It's water. I thought I was going to pop this open, and then for the first time I Googled it, and it's like champagne should be drunk within 3 to 5 years, 15 at the tops. If it was stored with the cork down, and for the first 5 years, I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think it was stored like that when it should have been on its side.
It looks pretty. I'll put it back.
I don't want to shake it up too much, just in case.
Well, then if you shake it up, we could try it. That could end a 30-year marriage. So I'm hoping everybody has a good New Year's. I don't know if I'll be up later, but at New Year's, there's usually a whole explosion of fireworks behind me. But I might be up. You're never up. So tell them what you brought up, because I just saw this, and I thought this was ginger. But I smelled it, and it doesn't smell like anything.
No, it's your cone, and unfortunately, it doesn't taste as sweet as it should. It doesn't taste bad, but it's got no real flavour, and I think it's based on our climate.
So what do you do with it? Just put it in the stir fry?
Yeah, you can put it in a stir fry, or you can eat it raw.
I'll put it in the stir fry.
So
I'm going to make a stir fry.
I've already tasted some, and it's just got a bland flavour to it.
Is that the one that looks like the freeway flowers?
Yeah, it's in the sunflower family. It's related to sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes, and it's it should taste sweeter than Jerusalem artichokes, but I don't do well with Jerusalem artichokes here either. I know, I shouldn't say I know, I believe my Jerusalem artichokes don't taste as nutty as they should because we don't get a frost. So they don't get knocked down by the frost, and I think if they were in a cooler climate they might be able to get sweeter than they do here. So
Okay. But it's, what is that? Jicama?
it's supposed to taste similar to jicama.
Okay, that's good. I
But
like
it
because
doesn't.
it doesn't taste like that
No.
either.
No. Doesn't taste. It's supposed to be similar to jicama, and this doesn't taste.
Cold?
It doesn't have any sweetness to it. So some of it I'll sit to one side and see if it gets a little sweeter just by letting it sit. I don't know. I've grown it for a few years and I've tried it off and on, and this year I just harvested more. I'm going to move it into a different part of the garden. It may not be getting enough sun because my passion fruit vine's overgrown now and it's in full shade. Pretty much full shade.
I don't know anything. Is this stuff that you bought or stuff that you dug up once?
No, I bought it from Baker Creek a few years ago.
Oh, you did buy it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 2 plants.
So does it have like nutrients or vitamins or something?
Yeah, it's got
I never know what he's growing.
it's got a type of fibre.
You want me to
that's
put you down?
good for the gut.
No, she wants that. She says
So-
there must be something here for me. Does it look like there's something here? There's always something here for you because if it's not nailed down, you find it.
Yeah, it's got inulin, which is good for your gut flora.
I have no idea what inulin is. I don't know how many birds behind this. I don't know if they
And
can
the
see
other thing I've got
hummingbirds.
here are my water chestnuts. I'm growing
That
them
tastes good.
a little differently this year. So I'll peel some of these for stir fry. So I'm pretty happy with the way they came out this year. So
Well, those taste good. But this will give a crunch if you put
yeah,
it.
that'll give a crunch. It's just not going to have any flavour where the water chestnuts have got that nice chestnut flavour. These I know do well here. So I've been growing these for a couple of years now. I'm growing them a little different this year, and they're a lot easier to harvest. So
But I don't know what you want. I have nothing here for you. You can't eat this. Can she eat? She can't eat this, can she? She thinks it's something for her.
just
And you eat everything except for dog food.
cut it in a little lump like that and slice it up into like little discs, and that can go in the stir fry.
I haven't even talked to anybody. This is so rude to do it from a tablet, but there's no way to read it from the phone. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's any questions or anything. Barbara Samar, Happy New Year from East Tennessee. Let's see, I think I got you already. Connie Davison, another member, Happy New Year. I guess you would have seen the video I put up with that. That has been the funnest. That's a good word. Funnest. That has been so fun. No joke. The video I put up yesterday, I was literally ready to delete it and start over because I wanted to say how I was going to set it up for the birds because I close it at night and I can open it whenever I want. If I don't want to open it, I don't have to open the tote. And as soon as I went in and it rendered, it takes about, well, it takes me some, I don't know how long it'll take me to put a video together, but it takes about 15 minutes to an hour to upload. Depends on the speed, the amount of, well, it depends on a lot of stuff. And then once you get it on the YouTube, I've had even a short take an hour till they go through the checks. I don't understand that. So you never know how long it's going to take till you can launch it, is what it is. Yet you can launch a live right away. Go figure. And then as soon as I had that going, I couldn't believe the warbler came in and was eaten away. And then I thought, geez, is he going to come back? Oh, he came back. He's been coming. He came back yesterday. I didn't notice him today because I haven't been on the deck. I've been working around here and doing other things. But I'm going to get a bunch of those. In fact, I've got another one that I found in the garage. Real small tote. I'm going to set up the small one because there's going to be nothing more fun than setting up insects for all the birds that are going to start nesting in the next 3 months. So let me see what else there. Yeah, Jean Paith from Georgia. Hello. Joanne. Hey, you, a coin? Happy anniversary. Thank you. You know, this is going to be hard to go through everybody. Sherry, yes, Zoe's here. She thinks every time I go to pick her up, I'm playing a game, and now I chase her all over the place. What life? What life? Greetings, beautiful people. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. Jay, Betty, Happy New Year from Arizona. Emmy, Lytle, Lytle. Hello, Robbie and Gary. Happy New Year. And Gary's cutting up. So you're cutting them all up for dinner tonight?
Yeah, these I'll cut up for dinner.
And Suzanne Normandine from Maine. Happy New Year. You'll have New Year sooner than us. Linda Faulkner, Happy New Year from Lower Michigan. Let's see, Gary, Connie Davison says, Gary, we need a video on growing water chestnuts. I want to try some. You're growing a lot of water chestnuts now.
And this year I think I've got them the way I want them. I've tried them a few different ways, but yeah, I should get a video up on that, because they will start, right now they've died back, but they will start growing again soon.
I don't know what kind of year we're going to have, because January's in what, a few hours. And I've got flowers that are starting to blossom. Now it depends if we go through a cold spell. I've seen the stone fruits end up with flowers in the middle of January and February, but if we get cold, then they lose all the flowers, and if they don't reflower, you'll get just a few fruit. So I don't know what's going to be. Last year we were cold, but then we were cold even into spring, so you never know. But we have been, well, we're cold. My hands are freezing. We're not like a lot of you. We've been 40s at night, but 60s, 40s, 50s at night, and then 60s during the day.
Yeah.
The problem is we're wet and cold. It's been raining. It rained today, you told me, and I missed it.
Yeah, rain again a little bit today. Not a lot, just a little bit of drizzle. And I emptied the rain gauge. I didn't empty it from the other day, so between last night or yesterday and last week, we've gotten 3 inches of rain.
Oh wow. There's been a lot of water around. I've been dumping and collecting and stuff. Oh, I got a new plant. I'll do a video on this plant. I don't understand. I'll talk about that plant in a minute. This is confusing me. I picked it up at Home Depot, right? We stopped at Home Depot the other day. And that is supposed to, hummingbirds are supposed to like it, and it's supposed to be somewhat rare. I got some cuttings too I'm working on. So we'll talk about that in a minute. DC, Happy New Year from Canada, Calgary. Let's see, Susan McDonald Timms. Can you grow similar things here in Victoria, Australia? This one's actually for you. As you guys grow over where you are, Victoria. Can I copy your methods, or am I wasting my time because it's very different from Victoria? What have you got, Zoe? And she runs in like that. What have you got?
I would say there's a lot of things that you can grow in Victoria, depending on where you are. But I figured out somewhere along the line that our climate is similar to Perth, weather-wise. So our soil's different, but it's similar to Perth.
So, can they grow in? They should be able to. Is it similar? It's not similar to here, to there?
Yeah, I would say inland Victoria is more like Riverside.
Oops, I almost knocked somebody off. Like Riverside. Well, they should be able to grow a lot. That means there's a lot of stuff you can grow. If you're really hot, you're going to have to create shade. That's basically it. You have to think of your microclimates, because there's so many things I could grow here that I can't grow on the wall behind you. And it's just about microclimates on what you can grow where. It's sun, temperature, a lot of different things go to that. And you know what? We'll talk about that soon, because that's really important. It's amazing how I can move something from here to there and it will grow, or from here to there and it won't grow. So it's all about where you're setting up. Let's see. Oh, what did Gary say it was? Okay, that's J. Betty. It's water chestnut he's got. Water chestnut, and this was?
Yukon.
Yukon.
Y-A-C-O-N. And that's a South American plant. And these are my water chestnuts.
The flowers are pretty.
So these I grow in water and those I grow in the soil. I like growing a variety of things.
Carla Marie, Happy New Year from Oregon, DC. It's either Jerusalem artichokes or Fartichokes. Artichokes?
Yeah.
There must be.
No, well, because of the...
No idea why they're called that. That's why I didn't want to say it.
No, because,
I'm going to try them this year.
Because of the inulin.
It makes you
don't
create gas.
Your microbes love it.
Oh, the microbes love it.
And that's what it is.
I'll put it in a green drink if it's there. If there's anything in there that's good, I'll just throw it in a green drink. That's what I do. LGGGG, love, blessings, Robbie. Thank you for all the great ideas. Gary is great. Wish you could duplicate him. We need him in New York City.
I wish I could too, because I get more of my jobs done around here.
Let's see. I'm going to try something. I hope I don't knock you off, Red. Oh, gosh. It won't let me do that. Put the user on timeout. No. Let's not put him on timeout. Why can't I do that? Go to channel, pin, report, remove. I was going to try something. I can't do it. It's going to knock Red off. I'm going to have to do it a different. Last time I knocked somebody off and then they became a moderator, which was good. I'm really bad at names. MARITZAS, Yarn and Crafts, Aloha. Oh, from probably Hawaii, Aloha. Whedon Snipes, hello and Happy New Year from Dublin, Ireland. Hello. Oh, so is it already New Year's there?
Let's see.
Johnny Maserati, Happy New Year. Debbie Hediger, Happy New Year. Love your channel. You guys are so fun. Let's see. Kathy Roche. Looking ahead to spring. What do you suggest for perennials to attract hummingbirds? I live in Western Washington. Love your DIY projects. Yeah, they go to any flower. I just bought this. I don't know anything about it. Any of the salvias, they absolutely love salvias. The kufias. What else? Everything was citrus, but that one you'd have to plant citrus trees there. Really, they go to any flower, because if they don't find nectar, they'll find pollen. And if they don't find pollen or nectar, they find fruit flies that are attracted to different flowers, because they go in there to either hide or feed. So ask your nursery. They would be the best one. Even if you're just getting an idea, go into some of your local nurseries and see if any of them will tell you that. The other thing to do is Google it and see what you can grow in your area, because that's a big thing. But salvias, they should be able to grow.
Yeah, something with, would you call it a trumpet-shaped flower? There's different...
Trumpet, but this isn't trumpet. This is going to open up.
Yeah, but it's tiny little sort of...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what you would...
It was
you would
cheap.
describe it.
It was cheap, so I tried. It made no sense. It said online, they said they were $50 a plant, and you go into the store, and it was $10.98. So I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not using the right term. It's...
No, you're right, like a tubular.
Tubular, that's the one I'm looking for.
Aloe vera, is that what we grow? Those are...
Yep.
And do I have that right, aloe?
Yep.
Yeah, they grow tubular, and they love that. So the Orioles.
And cannas, I've got a type of canna that's not a real flowering... Like, it's not grown for the flower, so it's more of a wild-shaped canna flower, and I really like that. The ones that have got really sort of blossomy flowers on them, they really don't get much out of that.
Geraldine Haywood, Happy New Year. EXINILDA. You need to read these names for me.
Okay.
Hi, Robbie and Gary, wishing you a blessed and Happy New Year. Thank you. From Arizona. I love the birds, very peaceful. It's quiet here. The hummingbirds are that way. And then sometimes they'll come here. I guess they will. They might be coming behind me. You might be able to see them behind me. They're all over.
I've only got a few more to do, so.
Gary Bartnick, how did you both meet in the first place? Happy New Year from Gary in Michigan. year? Oh, we've gone over that so many times. Let's see, how did we meet?
Well,
The first time I met you at a convention. No, like a bird mart.
Yeah.
It was
Like
like
it
a
was
swap meet.
a swap meet.
I met you there, but that was brief. That was very, very brief. I hear fireworks already.
Yep.
And that didn't go anywhere. It was hello and goodbye. When did I really, really meet you? Was that in San Diego or before San Diego?
Yeah.
Because I saw you, we travel in the
off
same
and on.
circle.
Yeah.
Is what
We were
it is.
traveling in the same circle, and I had a friend in Australia that Robbie knew from the 80s,
Oh.
and he gave me her phone number, but I never called her.
You never called. You had my number, and you
Yeah.
never. Why didn't you call? You weren't interested.
Well, I wasn't really in the area, so
He gave you my number? I
yeah.
wonder how
Ken-
he's doing.
Ken
Oh, I
gave
know
me-
who you're. Yeah,
yeah,
I know who
Ken.
you're talking about. Oh, I think I might have known that, but and then eventually we met, and we had a lot of interests, and then he was leaving. And you talked at one of these clubs that I belong to.
Yep.
So you did a lecture there, and then you were. How many times have we been at the LA Zoo? A couple times.
Yeah.
3 times.
2 or 3 times.
I took you to the LA Zoo before you left. I didn't work for the LA Zoo, but I know people that work for the LA Zoo. I knew the curator. I knew somebody that worked in the marsupials.
No, the
Not marsupials. Oh my
small
gosh.
primates.
Primates. Yes. I was thinking the marmosets because that's what their breeding program was there. We went there, and then you left and came back. He went to Canada. He
Yeah.
didn't like Canada.
No, I went up to Vancouver. I had a work permit for Canada, and I was on my way to Canada. That's when I met her.
Yearning for country living. Hello from Arkansas. Deborah Murphy. Hello. Happy New Year. Well, we met a long time ago, like 32 years ago. You can talk
Yeah.
too.
So I just washed. I don't know if I can say that. I just washed these. No, I just took the skin off
I
them,
think they should be able to
and
see
I've
that.
got them sitting in water. And I'll give them a good rinse.
Now you're keeping in water all that to make this small amount?
Yeah, but that's all you need. That was. Out
No,
of,
that's okay. But
Yeah.
you keep them in water so they stay crispy until you're ready. I toss
Yeah.
them in towards the end is what I do.
and I'll just.
Jane Knight, Happy New Year. Robbie and Gary from Corona. So you've got the same weather as us probably. Maybe you're cooler. Corona? No, it should be the same, wouldn't it?
Probably the
little
same.
cooler?
The overnight temperature might get cooler.
We need pictures of when you met. You know, we have pictures, but I don't think we have a ton of pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't have that many. I didn't have really cameras. My girlfriend that bought the champagne and went with us when we got married. My girlfriend and her husband, both of them, they're really close friends. She got me into the first floppy disk camera. She printed up some pictures of us. We had gone to a park, not a park. What would you call it? What do you call it?
Arboretum.
Arboretum. And she printed up pictures, and she told me about this camera, and it was like, what? And I was so excited. I ended up buying one from Sears, and then I ended up buying one for your sister. I sent it to Australia, and that's what got me in the cameras. Before that, everything cost money to develop. You couldn't just take a picture like we do now and look at it. You had to develop the whole roll. You could spend $10 on the roll, and there could be no pictures in there any good. So we didn't take a lot of pictures, but we should have some pictures. Actually, hold on. Let me go see something. Keep talking, Gary.
Yeah, when I first came here, I was 30 pounds heavier than I am today. So I move a lot more than I
Oh,
used
you
to.
know what picture I'm getting, don't you?
No?
I don't know if
Oh.
they're going to be able to see this. Let me see.
Oh, okay. I know which one you got.
So this is probably around the time. Let's see. How are you going to see that? Because it's not going to go in focus. Can you see that? No, I can't get it in focus. There we go. That was, still can't get it in focus. There it is. That's from the plaza. They used to give away keychains. Here's Gary. Do you want me to show a picture of you?
No, I don't care.
Here's Gary. That's when I met him. And we had gone with my parents that time to the plaza. I don't think this is when we got married. I am not 100% sure. We got married in Vegas.
No, that would have been with your parents.
Yeah,
because they used to like going downtown.
So that's when we first met. Let me go put it back otherwise they'll lose it.
We used to go to Vegas fairly often. We haven't been there for a long time. But we used to go there Christmas time because you'd get good rates and no one was there. So it was the best time to go. It was quiet. You had the place to yourself. And now I don't think there is a quiet time in Las Vegas.
Jeez, this is a picture, but it's so hard to see because it's all faded. Again, it's not going to go in. That's a long time. See how faded it is? It's an old picture. And that would have been around the time we first met. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And now you saw some pictures of us back then. Long time ago. 30, and it doesn't,
try some of that?
it doesn't feel like 30 years. That's what, it went by fast. I don't know what to say it tastes like. It's almost like a coconut, but it's not. It doesn't have, it's different. It's like eating, it's got a slight sweetness. It's crunchy. I like it.
Yeah, but
What would you say it tastes like?
it's kind of got a little bit of a coconut to it, but it's supposed to taste like jicama. More
I
like
was going to
jicama.
say
It's
that.
supposed to be a lot stronger than this.
Oh, it's supposed to be stronger? I like it. I like it like that. It tastes really good in stir fry, especially when you put it at the end when you're done cooking. That's when it tastes really good.
Well, that's the... No, you're thinking of the water chestnut.
What would you give me?
I gave you the...
Oh,
your
you gave
current.
me this?
Yeah, the water chestnut.
No, that was good. I didn't know you gave me that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that better.
What do you mean? This is a chestnut taste.
This is different. That was sweet.
That, yeah, well, you call that sweet? It doesn't have a lot of flavour to me.
When you bite down on this, it's like you're compressing something. And it's like you have a hard piece of coconut that goes down, and then you're left with fiber-ish.
Okay.
That melts in your mouth. It is like jicama. I like that.
Okay. Well, when this is in the stir fry, it tastes really good.
Oh, I like
Makes
it,
yeah.
but I thought that was what you gave me, and that
No.
I actually like that. They're both good. This one has, it's not fibrous, it's hard to explain, but it's like you bite down and it all compresses.
Yeah, it's got a more of a crunch to it.
And then you end up with something left. This kind of all disappears once you start eating it. That is interesting. Oh, that tastes good. It has a slight sweetness.
Yeah, very slight, but it should be a little stronger. But if
I wouldn't know because I don't
if
eat
I
that
let
stuff.
it sit, it may get that flavour. So I've got,
Did you taste the same part that I ate?
yes.
Okay. Then maybe we taste something different. Let's see. Red says, thank you for sharing. You two still look beautiful. I'm glad her screen is fuzzy. Kimberly Young, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy anniversary, Robbie and Gary. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this successful garden I have today here in South Carolina. Love to you and your family. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for tulle, I wouldn't have any gardening. Boy, tulle. I bought 4 packages of tulle from that site because they're cheaper. I'm going to tulle everything up this year. Because sometimes I get lazy. There are hummingbirds behind. Oh, see, they're picking on fruit flies.
My clear.
When you see the hummingbird go like that, they're picking fruit flies, and that's what they're picking back there on the red tote. That's the video. I know. We debated this morning because Gary said you made how many on those? Well, it was the excitement. It was first getting the first one up, and then a lot of you get a lot of messages, we want to see an update. So of course, there should be updates if something works, so you know. So I made the update, and then I moved it. So I thought, well, I'm going to show you why I'm moving it. Because I had it up against the door. You saw, some of you saw the video, and Zoe has completely torn the screen door. So we're going to fix that later. I heard about, some of you told me about the grid on the bottom, and somebody said they had it for 30 years. I'll get that later. But I actually like a hole in my screen door because it's safe here, so she can go in and out anyways. But the point is, she has now destroyed the door. So the fruit flies, I think, now I'm not 100%, I think they might have been coming right through into the door. So I open the door and I leave it open sometimes. But we also have citrus trees all over, and they're dropping fruit, which is also creating fruit flies. So they might be coming through the kitchen window where I've cut the screen and I feed the hummingbirds. So I'm not even sure if it was coming from that. But the thing was, like I talked about in the video, it wasn't doing any good there. It was up against a wall. I don't have any hummingbird feeders right behind you where it was originally. So any fruit flies that came out just fizzled off, fizzled away. But if I put it there and there's some feeders, they'll be attracted to it because now it's location, microclimates. That's perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, Yearning for Country Living is asking, are you growing anything new this year? They're trying tulle for the first time, I guess, this year.
I'm not sure. I have a lot of, this year I want to really get into the garden because I'm going to use the dog run. Oh my gosh, especially when the squirrels start coming out and they're all over the place. The big thing I wanted to grow last year, my daughter grew a couple, just for fun, is a tomato plant that's called Travelers, and the other one is Voyager. It's got a couple different names, so it's either Traveler or Voyager. That's something I want to try. Now I do have one, and I didn't concentrate on working on it because I was working on that other tomato project with the miniatures that I'm not going to waste my time on. It was like you're growing all these little tomato plants, and they don't even grow that good, and you have to cater to them, and then you get a few tomatoes. I'm just going to grow what grows good here. But I do want to get the Travelers or Voyagers because it grows a good-sized tomato, but you don't, how would you explain it? You don't cut that tomato. It breaks to pieces. It looks like a cluster of grapes, but they're all attached. That's why it's called a Traveler, because people used to put them in their pocket, pull it out, and break a piece off and eat what they want. That's the new thing. You probably are going to go on new things.
Yeah, they're asking, is that an Arkansas Traveler? Is that what they're called?
I don't know that much about it. I just know that my daughter bought the seeds because I told her I wanted it. So she bought like 4 or 5 packages of seeds. She gave me some, she kept some. She grew a plant again late in the season because I think we got the seeds really late in the season, and she ended up with one plant with a few tomatoes, and I told her to make the video, and she said, well, no, who's going to want to see it? The plant's dying. I said, then you make the video, show them the plant, show them the tomato, and tell them you're going to go for it, because she's going to go for it. I'm not sure. When I know more about it, I'll put a video together. Like I said, I've got one plant here with 1 tomato on it, but it's only a double, and the plant is struggling because we're actually too cold, so we'll see. As far as other stuff, I don't know. I haven't decided yet what's new. You're growing new stuff?
I'm not sure if I'm going to grow new stuff, but there's a lot of things that I failed with this year, like my kabocha squash. I want to try to get that going again. I grew one pumpkin.
That was good. We had that last night.
Tennessee sweet potato pumpkin, and that was the only successful pumpkin that I was able to get to grow this year, and I'm going to grow more of those next year because they are good. I like them, and I'm saving the seeds to regrow that.
But there was a reason.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't knock myself out on squash. We didn't have warm nights this past summer. Not enough warm nights. That's why we didn't. I got what, one watermelon, I think, when normally I get watermelon in 30 days, the miniature ones.
Yeah,
look at them, not me.
I'm hoping, going by how mild it is now, that we're going to have a warmer year this coming year than we did last year, because I like to go for a lot of more subtropical, tropical plants, and I didn't do well with a lot of things.
It was too cool, but I think the problem was I was trying to make a lot of videos on everything I was excited about, but I wasn't putting the time I needed into the garden. How that's going to work this year, I don't know, but I'm getting better at it anyways. You can also make the soil warmer too.
Yeah, I've got ways of making the soil warmer, and I'm going to be working on that.
You can do that with multiple ways of making your soil warmer, kind of like they did in the Renaissance time. But no, you can make your soil warmer if you're working with like certain squash or watermelon and different things. I don't know why I didn't plant a lot of watermelon. So I want to do more watermelon. My daughter got a good watermelon. And you know why? Because she got the trough from us and she packed it with a bunch of stuff from the garden, and that creates heat. And so she ended up with a crimson, I forgot what it was, 12 or 16 pounds, because the soil in there would have been warmer than normal because of everything she had in there. So that worked out really good. And that's something to remember, because that's another way to get things that need more time than things that are short-lived. I like greens. I've got a lot of greens I'm growing. I'm going to do more tree coloreds all over, purple and green. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do new. Not yet, but I do know I'm going to do more peppers, and I'm starting them. I actually have peppers I'm growing already, because you can hold peppers, unlike tomatoes and other plants. Like, you can't grow your squash now and then hold them until March, April, or May, but you can hold your peppers if you've got them in a good situation, and then you can put them out March or April. So I'm going to grow more peppers, but I'm not sure yet what I'm going to grow. Are you looking through or deciding what you're going to grow?
Now I'm going to focus on a lot of the things I've already got. There's certain things that I've done well with that I might expand them out a bit more.
I want to grow more things. I don't want to grow things I don't want to eat, or I just want to grow for fun. A few things for fun, because food is so expensive now. I'm watching everything go up. Cans, if you would like olives, they've gone from $1 to $2 something. They've more than doubled in price. There was something else I just looked at the other day. I couldn't believe everything is just doubling in price. So I want to grow a lot of what we use. We use a lot of things for stir fry, because we can use it whether we're making tacos or salads or stir fry or a roast chicken or something, and you can throw in stuff. I want to do more potatoes, definitely more than I've ever done before. I always used to talk against potatoes. Why waste your time? But knowing you can grow small potatoes and then just dig them out, use them, and put them right back, you can get a whole bunch of 10 buckets going if you've got room, and you can have potatoes all the time. So I'm going to do more potatoes. Potatoes aren't cheap anymore. It used to be 2 years ago they were $1 a bag, and now they can be $4 or $5. And if you want small potatoes, it can be more.
Yeah, the beans that I grow, scarlet runner beans, I didn't do well with them this year, but I do grow those for drying as a dry bean.
You think it was too cold?
It was too cold.
Because you just remind me, I planted scarlet runners, and I've got something out there, but it's not scarlet runners that are growing. I don't know. But I want to do more. I like peppers, and not hot. I'm not in the hot. I'll do a few hot. Sweet potatoes. You're going to cater to your ubes this year.
Yeah, I'm going, my ubes or purple yams, I'm going to cater to those this year. I didn't do well with them this year because of the cool weather. So
flowers. I want to do a lot of flowers this year, because I'm getting a lot of seeds and doing flowers. I thought you wanted to do more of the, they're not tomatoes. You grew them once the plant died back. I think it got choked out by roots.
yeah,
It looks like tomatoes. I can't see them down. Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The thorny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think what they're called right now.
And then there's another one, golden berry.
Oh, golden berries. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying golden berries.
You wanted to do golden berries. I grow pepinos only because, and I rarely use them. And that can go in a stir fry. Only because I don't want to lose them. So I have 2 pepino plants growing because I like them. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure there'll be something. My daughter's always looking through everything, and it's like, oh, I'm going to grow this. You want some seeds? Because she brings seeds over. So there'll be something coming soon. But I'm planning on growing a lot of what we use a lot, is what it is. Go ahead, read. How do you make your soil warmer? We'll get into that. You don't want to get into that now.
Yeah, when I get organised and set up, I should just talk about it. Even if we do a garden tour in my garden, I could talk about it.
Okay. Because there's different ways of making the soil warmer. But keep in mind that little tote back there that's breaking down with all those fruit flies doing all their thing. I guarantee you that soil is warmer than something like this sitting in a pot. Anytime there's something breaking down from other microbes or creatures, the soil is heated up. Even if it's a little, that's all sometimes you need. KDWE64, let's see. Do you grow any beans for drying? We haven't dried any. You do? Yes,
No,
you do.
That's what I brought up. That's why I brought
I've got a whole jar of Scarlet Runners from the year before.
Yeah.
So yes, Scarlet Runner beans. And then I don't want to cook them because I want to grow them, so I cook a few.
Yeah.
But I really like them, so.
Well, I like growing Scarlet Runners because they're dual purpose. The hummingbirds love the flowers, and we can eat them at different stages. You can eat them as a fresh bean, or you can eat them as dry. And a lot of mine go so high up that I can't pick them when they're young, so I end up picking them when they're dry. So I know I've got more down there that I need to.
So you probably do have beans hanging around.
Yeah, I have some.
Like I'm not going to go crazy with Malabar spinach because it comes up everywhere now on its own. It's growing all over the driveway, in the rocks, and I use that for green drinks. I don't really put it in my stir fry. That's basically where mine goes in the green drink. You eat it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's very healthy. I don't want to say anything. Somebody got mad because I said I don't eat enough of it. Let's see. LGGG, Heart Love. Gary, I had the same problem with my melon zone 7B, Brooklyn, New York. It was too cool, probably.
Yeah. I didn't even try to grow melons this year because of the weather. I grew some last year, but our nighttime temperatures drop, and it's not really good for melons here. So we've got a couple of types of melons that do okay, but most of them, they just sort of, I don't know, I don't think they do that well.
I completely forgot to plant the Korean melons that do well, but the problem is I forget to pick them and they don't ripen until October.
Yeah.
And then some critter will come by, especially when they smell really good, and I didn't put tool on them. The ones I saved and had tool around them, but the ones that didn't have tool, they'll take them away because they smell so good as they're ripening. And then the only other watermelon that does really good here, even where my daughter is, she's warmer at night than us, is the sugar baby watermelons. Those are the only, for me, watermelons are the only melons. But you grow, oh, shark fin melon is growing everywhere. I've got one on the deck. I don't even know where the plant came from, and it grew and threw a melon. That's what we should do. We should cut one, not tonight. I should come out here one day and cut one and try to figure out, tell everybody what it tastes like, and figure out what in the world do I do with them? You've got like 50 of them. You're giving them to people. Maybe that's why some of the people don't talk to us anymore. No, I'm kidding. You've given a lot of them away. They haven't come back for any more. Have they? You gave to our neighbor?
One to our neighbor. But
I don't know. And they grow really good. Really, really good. I think the zucchini did okay this year, but not as good as other years. But I do love my zucchini. Julie R. is saying some foods are going up here too. Food is going up everywhere. Dennis Olson, Happy New Year from Winnipeg. How do you say that?
Manitoba.
Okay. Happy New Year. I know I've missed a lot. So read through for me too. Tomorrow, Happy New Year from Colorado. Let's see, red base. I have jalapenos that I bring in every year. Oh, it's 6 years old, her plant. Let's see. I brought it in a, oh, I brought it in a, I don't understand. I brought it in a green pepper. It's got some peppers on it. Oh, I brought in a green pepper. It's got some peppers on it. Yeah, I've got a couple baby seedlings I'm holding back, and I just looked. 2 different plants in 2 different areas in the house are growing flowers in the house. And I have had peppers in the house before. So that's, you know, you can sometimes grow, if you get a good window, you can grow peppers in the house in the winter. So I've got the kitchen windows got peppers growing. I don't think it's going to grow. It's in a small container. And then I've got another one still in a pencil box. That's not good. And one of them is throwing flowers. Sunshine Country Chickens, Happy New Year. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Talk, Gary.
Yeah, Debbie Hediger. Her Kajari melons did well, but they split a lot. I tried growing them last year or the year before, but I don't think it got hot enough here for them to ripen properly.
Is that what Deborah grew too? Kajari or no?
She might have.
Okay, you didn't get seeds from her.
No.
Okay.
And they didn't sort of taste that sweet. I couldn't get them to ripen properly.
Well, what I should do this year, this spring, is I think I would like to grow delicatas again because they do well. They're small.
Yeah.
And they grow quick. Anything that's small does really good because it only gets about that big and then it ripens. So I might grow some more delicata because this past year I only planted zucchini. I planted cocozelle, I planted regular black beauty, and I think I did the gray zucchini. And they did okay, but I kind of missed not having squash stored and ready to eat besides shark fin melon. So which is a melon or whatever, it's different. I think next year I will designate some areas just for that too. But watermelon, I miss watermelon. I didn't do enough watermelon. I want to get more watermelon, but we never know yet. Right now I'm still thinking of how I'm going to set up I want to get the bird garden really set up with different things. I want to grow lettuce. I want to have more lettuce than I need. That's a big thing because lettuce is, you just go out there, you pick it, you make a salad, and on hot days, I love just making a big salad with everything from the garden, not just lettuce. I throw in a little bit of Swiss chard, different brassicas I've got, chop them up, tomatoes, peppers, everything. And then if I want some ground meat or chicken or whatever, you throw that in on top with cheese and sour cream and refried beans, and I'm fine. I could eat that all summer. So I really want to grow a lot of lettuce, which I'm growing now. I've got lettuce growing in with my flowers on the other side of the deck. And let's see, I've got lettuce growing in the driveway. And there's other places with lettuce. I think I've got lettuce behind me. No, those are baby lettuce. Oh yes, I do have lettuce. I've got lettuce growing right here. So I love lettuce, and lettuce will grow for me here in straight sunlight because we're in winter. So it's, full sun, so we'll do really good. And then as soon as it gets hot, I just move it in the shade and it does really good. So I have lettuce all year. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to Rosa Santos in Brazil. I'm just trying to translate what she said. It's nice, but I don't speak Portuguese.
I don't even see that.
A little further up.
Oh, you went further up
Yeah.
again. All right. Oh, bird bath party. I love rooster. I love the rooster. Happy New Year, Tennessee. Oh, there's a lot I missed. Helen Lynch, I absolutely love watching your channel. You and Gary are quite the team. Happy New Year. Thank you. Let's see. Connie is talking to other people. Good. Thank you, Connie. Sunset Gazing. Happy New Year to you. Stacy Richards. Thank you. Happy New Year. Robin Lata from Michigan. Hello. Shirley Emery, Happy New Year. Oh, there's so much. Amanda Phillips, I just want to say thank you. I think I read this, but I'm not sure. No, I just wanted to say, I still hear fireworks. It's so early. I just wanted to say thank you for all the great videos. You've helped PPL with black thumb or green thumb. What you do with your garden, birds, projects, absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you. Kimberly Young, Happy New Year. Did I get you before, Kimberly? Let's see. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have the successful garden I have today here in South Carolina. I'm not sure. Are you looking for something? Love to you and your family. I know I'm missing a lot. Helen M. Hello. Happy anniversary, Bonnie Horton. We need pictures. You already saw pictures. Jane Knight. Happy New Year. From Corona. Okay, I think it went way far up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll let Gary take over now.
The that is an avocado tree just behind us. It's a forte, and it looks like it's just going to start flowering again. I just wanted to check to see if it had any fruit on it. I know some of the other trees have got some fruit, but they're not quite ready yet.
Oh, it's so clear. It's cold, but it's clear.
What else?
That's a really good avocado. It is my favorite. It's a green avocado. When it ripens, it doesn't go black. And when you cut it inside, it's kind of a light green, and it tastes like butter. This is not a joke. It is so good. It doesn't have that bacony, no bacon flavor to it. It is the best.
Yeah, it used to be a commercial variety before the Haas came out. And the issue with it is it doesn't ship well, or doesn't ship as well as a Haas. A Haas avocado can handle a lot of rough treatment, and this one doesn't as well.
It's got a real thin skin. You can almost scrape it with a fork. It's so thin, and so if it gets bruised, then they wouldn't be able to sell it. So they went with the Haas. Same people that put these out. Didn't he change it to a Haas?
No,
Heart?
I don't know.
Okay, so they went with the Haas because that's got a real hard skin and you can really bump it around. These you can't, but they taste so good. We lose a lot of them. We don't have as many trees that we had because back in 1988 there were 32 trees here, and eventually they all fizzled out. There was a disease that went through too.
Yeah, there's a...
Talk to them. Turn to them.
I'm trying to think what it's called.
And there was a disease that went through and killed a lot of avocado trees. This one's okay. That one got knocked around. That one's okay. And then there's two others down there that are all right, but it went through a lot of people's avocados. And that's the type they had. How do you say that? Forte?
Forte.
It's not going to come out of my mouth. Forte.
Forte.
No, it's...
F-U-E-T.
Tastes like butter.
Okay.
That's not going to come out, but I love that. Derek Kutsi, is that okay? So you already answered Derek. Susan Dallas, happy anniversary, Robbie. Gary, thanks for all your interesting and fun videos. Happy New Year. Susan Dallas, happy New Year, Robbie. Thanks for the intro. Okay, I think I read that.
What is our lowest temperature we usually get down to?
In the winter?
In the winter.
We can get down into the we got to 32, 30 degrees.
Yeah. Well,
that's not normal.
That's not normal. That was last year. So
last year we got cold. Yeah. Normally I think we get to 38, between 38 and in the dead of the winter, about 38 to 45. Usually that's about as cold as we get, but we've been getting colder.
Yeah, this last year it definitely got colder.
It was colder last week, I think, too. Even though it was nice during the day, I think it was getting down into the 40s. Now I don't know because of the cloud cover, I think we're holding more at 48.
Yeah,
I haven't checked.
I haven't checked that either.
So some things don't like the cold. Julia R., I love wrapping green onions in lettuce. I picked green onion. Well, I picked my walking onions tonight. That's another thing I'm trying. Where did I put it? So hard. I had a whole bowl of walking onions. I must have put them somewhere. I don't even know where I put them.
Yeah, this year, this year we got snow for the first time since 1930 or something like that. So.
And that really, it knocked out around a lot of plants. That's why we lost. Well, that's why you lost a lot of your ubes. They're tropical.
I've got a.
Oh, and we lost almost all the, not all, but almost all the papayas because of that.
Yep, my jackfruit tree got knocked around a lot. This year I was hoping that it was going to set fruit because it's getting bigger and bigger, and the trunk is about 1.5 inches maybe. And with the cold weather and the snow, it knocked it down and it didn't even produce anything. But every year it just gets small fruit on it and they drop off. But this year I was hoping was going to be the year that it would set fruit. So there's a number of things that I normally grow that I lost because of the cold.
Minsumiko 73. She likes the bird sounds. There's different birds around here. There's a lot of people have birds around here.
Yeah. Happy New Year, Debbie, and have a good evening.
Here she's leaving. Happy New Year, Debbie. We're not going to stay on forever. We're going to get off soon too. I'm going to make dinner. If I'm in the mood, nobody's going to watch me anyways. It's fine. I might come on at midnight. I might not. It's going to be freezing. I'm a wimp in the cold. But just to see the fireworks and what they're going to do. I never know what they're going to do out here. Maybe they don't have fireworks like they had last year. Let's see. Molly, hi from Texas. Let's see. Bird bath party. I'm a proud owner of a solar bird bath because of you. Oh, good. I love my solars. Oh my goodness. You have a lot of solars. You don't have a lot of solars in there. I need to get some.
I've only got a few now.
I gotta get something in there. Then you have to take care of it.
Yeah.
Fill it with water. He doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't go down to his garden for days. You don't always go down.
No, I haven't been down for a couple of days. I went down today to harvest some stuff for dinner.
But yeah, you should have some. There's some you can set up that you don't even have to maintain. Especially anything that's open with like the bowl. I haven't even filled that. The rain filled it. It keeps going. Got a helicopter flying by.
I'm going to redo my kiddie pools and my ponds this year. So once I set those up a bit differently, then I might get more solar pumps down there.
Well, I have ideas. I was so excited. I was going to work on some idea setups today, but I didn't get to it, and that's going to be something. I want to work on different types of solar fountains that we can make that is different. I have nothing against plastic, all right, but something different than plastic. But
no, go on.
no, so I'm really excited. I want to experiment with something before I talk too much about it. I build things in my mind, and I don't see why it won't work. So I have to get to that. I was going to do it like in the middle of the night the other night, and I didn't do it. And then I was going to do it last night, and I was going to do it today, and I didn't do it. So once I start playing with it, if it's going to work, I'm going to definitely do it with you. For the people that write to me, and there's very few that say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're using plastic. How dare you use plastic? What the heck are they messaging me on is what I want to know. Because tablets are plastic. Your phones are plastic. We're in a world of plastic. And when you come in and tell me, and it gets me going, oh my gosh, all these animals that we're eating because they're not a vegan have plastic. They do. They absolutely do. You're right. People come to me. Oh my gosh, we've tested fish in the ocean. There's plastic in them. Cows, whatever. They got a big mouth. If they can pick up something plastic and swallow it, they may break. They may break some of it down in their body. That's true. Fish, they may. But guess what? And I've done the research. Plants can't bring it up because they're bringing it up to their roots. They're not swallowing it. That's why plastic is so safe to use. So I don't even want to go there. But the thing is, I'm not trying to get away from plastic when it comes to bird baths because I've got another one that will be plastic coming out. If I can get that together, I was going to do it last year and I didn't. I just like to have a variation. And some people don't want to look at plastic. I understand that. But sometimes we could do things differently. But as far as plastic, for plants, they have no physical way to bring up the molecule from plastic. Though, I'll bring this up one time and then I'll cut it. The only thing that can is carrots, beets, radishes, any root plant. Here's one that have roots. When they're drawing, it can get on the tips, but they can't get inside. So the easiest thing is when you take your carrots and stuff, you take the roots off. That's it. It's not going to get inside the carrot. Okay, we're done with plastic. Anyways, going back to the fountain, I just want to make something different that's not plastic. So I'm hoping it's going to work. You're going to work with it too, aren't you?
Yeah,
Different things.
I've got a lot of ideas. It's finding the time to do them and get a video done on them. No, I was just laughing. Johnny wanted us to crack open that.
They'll end their marriage. I was thinking of opening it just to taste it. I can't see if it's gone bad or anything. Actually, look how clear and beautiful it looks. What in the world would it taste like? It's 30 years old. I read online that you shouldn't drink anything over 15 years old, and that's too old. I didn't know that. It looks pretty. I know, 30 years. She brought it with, we were gonna just run off and get married by ourselves. And I remember her and Steve said, Cynthia and Steve said, you're not going by yourself. And she booked a room at the hotel and went with us. And Jesse, they're probably not watching. They're probably doing their own thing for New Year's, but that was nice. We actually we were not gonna get married New Year's Eve. Do you remember? I shouldn't talk about it because I don't want to bring anybody down. We were not going to get married New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We had a different date picked out. We were going to get married earlier in December, and then something happened, and we almost didn't get married 30 years ago. We were going to wait, and then we just decided, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
It was almost last minute. Let's just go do it, because life changes so quick for some people, and so we ended up getting married New Year's Eve. That was like the next date we picked out, probably right away.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
So, Malachi, hello, Happy New Year. Let's see. Red says she remembers that video, very informative.
Yep.
Which video?
You were talking about plastics.
Oh, okay, good. I try to send the link to them. They don't even have to listen to me. Google plastic. Of course, you're going to find somebody that's going to say something, I'm sure, which I have not found. But it doesn't work. I looked up scientists and everything. We're fine with plastic. If it wasn't for plastic, think of babies that are born and they're premature. They're in plastic incubators. And the tubes, if you've got to be on an IV, is plastic. We couldn't live without plastic. But what we do need to do is we have to reuse it. That's the thing. You don't want everything going to the landfill. So that's what we need to do, is use the plastic that we already have. Anyways, you should talk. I talk too much. Pandora Fox, Happy New Year, happy anniversary, sending love, thank you. Pandora Fox, I like that. Also a member? No, not, yes. I'm waiting.
No, I'm
You have nothing to say?
thinking of getting a jacket.
My hands are like ice. I'm so far okay, but I found this sweatshirt and I washed it yesterday. I haven't worn it for a while, so I'm warm in this. Don't go get a jacket if you want, but we can cut this in a few minutes.
Yeah,
so we make
can.
dinner. Derek, happy 123 to you all. To all. Let's see. LGGG. Hey Robbie, the YouTube had unsubscribed me from your channel. I had to search and resubscribe to you guys. You know, I see that sometimes all of a sudden the numbers go down and then the next day the numbers go back up. I think they go through a sweep. Do not ask me what they do. I'm still having a problem with some of my own, the app, the studio app. I'll go to, let's say, change the title or add something to the description and it won't let me in. They keep sending me emails. We know how frustrating this can be and we're working on it. It's been how many weeks now? But there's always issues. So I think there's a system that goes through and it does a cleaning, and I have no idea what they're looking for, and it does do that. It's happened to me with other people I subscribe to, and then you just have to go back in and subscribe. So what are you going to do? You know, it's all, I'm grateful for what we've got. Just think if we didn't have YouTube, where would we be? Where would we all be? Where would we learn things? Where could we share things with so many people? I mean, this is absolutely amazing. When I think of how this all started, I had no intentions of ever doing YouTube. I was putting up videos so his family would know how he's doing. You know, he came out here, he was visiting, and that's when I met him while I was visiting. He was supposed to go to Canada, and then after he was going to plant trees in Canada in the forest. That was his big thing. So he was going to go up to Canada, spend the summer there, plant trees, and go back to Australia. So I started, years later of course, started putting videos up to show them when he brought in the wood chips. Gary went gluten-free, and it was for his family who really weren't watching. And that's how it all started. Suddenly everybody had an interest in, what are you doing? And it's like, gee, I think when I first started putting the videos up, I wasn't even gardening because I was so frustrated. I've talked about it so many times. 1988, I had a garden that way on the other side of the house here. it didn't matter how I planted, what I did, the squirrels, the rabbits. I had raccoons then, but we don't have too many except for the ones that some dear person neighbor caught in another 20 miles away in another part of town, brought up here and let go in my yard. We won't get into that. Everything was always demolished. I may have gotten a squash here and some tomatoes. I didn't know even what to do, so I gave up gardening. And then when Gary went gluten-free is when he decided, that's when he decided to tear the place down there apart and start gardening because he wanted to be healthier. So he changed things around and he started gardening, and then I started gardening, and it's kind of like my daughter. That's a good one to talk about. She's lived in that house now since 1999. I used to tell her, go garden. I can't garden. Why can't you? I don't know how. This is her attitude. I don't know how. I can't garden. But when she wants to do something, she can tell you inside out about every plant and every way to do it and the right way to do it. It's kind of like once you're motivated and you want to do something, you're going to do it. I don't care where you live. If I lived in a state that was covered in snow 11 months out of the year, I would be gardening. It may be gardening in a bedroom, but I would be gardening. It's when you want to. Once you have that drive, anybody, and I know I'm that way and know my daughter is, that's when you'll do it. So I gave up. I didn't even want to bother. And then when he started gardening, that's when I decided, well, I don't want raised beds. I tried that. That didn't work out either. And then I went to totes. And then I started looking, and everybody said cover it with bird netting, and I looked that up. I know about animals, a lot of different things about animals. I knew the bird netting is used in very similar in many countries for trapping birds, so that wasn't going to work for me because I'm not going to be around letting birds out all the time. So that's when I'm sure people were using Tool, but I had never heard of it, and I went to Joann's, and I went through actually that's not true. That came later. I went to a rummage sale and I bought a bag of Tool for $1. And I don't know what they had going at the church, but they had a big bag, like a garbage bag, full. And that's when I brought it home and I looked at it and I thought, they can't get caught in it. Even if they got their nail caught, they're going to pull it right out. And I started gardening again, covering it with that, and it was amazing. Then I went to Joann's. Then I found out Joann's, I like Joann's, but this $3 a yard, it's too expensive. You don't need the heaviest stuff, and I started buying it on eBay. Go ahead. I talk too much.
Happy anniversary to you too, Tammy Fritchie.
I missed that. Probably because I was talking. I still don't see it.
It's quite a ways up now.
Oh no! Johnny popped up. Let's see. I'll be in bed at 12. That's like Gary. That's bird bath party. I don't know if I'll do it live. That's silly. I'll have all the drunks coming on. No wrenches there to take them off. So I don't know. I might, if I do, I'll just go on really fast and get off. But that depends. I might be curled up with a heat blanket, not wanting to move either. Let's see, Robbie, you are a tinker creator and will create until you succeed. That's LGGG. Green Heart Love. Yeah, I think I would say so. I've always been that way since a little kid. That goes way back. I used to breed hamsters. I didn't want to breed hamsters. Somebody gave me hamsters and I started having babies. It's a long story. I've already told that story somewhere. But I had no money. I was what, 8? No money to buy cages or anything. And I used to go, Thursdays I think were a big day for me. Get my bike out with the big basket on the front and go trash collecting. And I went to this house, and in the trash I found movie canister, the old movie, what would you call it, the casings where they put the reels, because back then they were still using reels. What do you call that? It's 2 pieces and they go together. The case that holds the movie.
I can't think of what else
they weren't 8mm 8s, but whatever film, 35mm. So I was with my girlfriend. I said, oh my gosh. I found a couple of them in the trash. I can build cages out of this. Oh, top and bottom metal, and all I need is some wire, and I can build all these cages. I said to her, come with me, let's go to the door. And she says, I'm not going there, a witch lives there. It was like a weird house, and it was all overgrown, and everybody called this lady like the witch lady. I don't know why.
Film cans.
Film cans. So I said,
KKL.
well, I'm going to go. She thought it was crazy. I went to the door and the old lady answered, yes. And I said, I found this in your trash. I need more. So I said to her, and she said, my son works for the movie business. And I think she said, come in. So I went in the house. You would not do this now. And my mother didn't know. I went in the house. I talked to her and she said, come back on such and such date. My son will be here. I'll let him know. And I went back by myself on such and such date, and he got a pile for me. And I built all my hamster cages out of that. So I used to build all kinds of stuff. First one I built was out of plastic or something. Wood. The first hamster cages were out of wood. Needless to say, that did not last long. That's why I had to go into something else. So yes, I've always built stuff. Always. I used to build my own tents and in the yard. I don't know. Anyways, I'm talking way too much.
There go the guineas.
Oh, the guineas. The sun is starting to go down. Tammy. Oh, that's right. Tammy. Okay, I see it now. Our anniversary is today. We were married New Year's Eve, 2009. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. And everybody's wishing Tammy happy anniversary too. Bandit 77ism. I started watching during COVID. Yeah, okay, maybe she didn't want to say it. I'd say I'm a nurse at hospital, and this helped me, decompress. Now I have a winter Hummer. Oh, you are my inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Malachi's telling everybody, don't forget. Thank you. KKL, your videos teach and inspire me. Thanks to you. This is KKL. Tell me, will raccoons get into plastic containers with lids you use for composting? I have not had the raccoon. I've had raccoons since, like I said, 88. Then they disappeared. They all moved to the city. They went down the hill, and they found more food there. And I've got raccoons now. The only thing the raccoons here bother is my bathtub. And that's a pond, and I'm disgusted. I feel like tooling the whole thing. They haven't touched any totes. Put something heavy on top, and if that doesn't work, well, first of all, sit it where you think the raccoons may not bother it. And if they do bother it, there's two things you can do with that. Put something heavy on top. I take the lid and I put a plant on top. Just it's a little weighty. So let's say a possum or something can't lift it. But you can get the same type of totes, the heavy duty ones, and the handles lock. I know they have hands, but I don't think they'll get to it. The next thing we'd do is put a padlock on it. But I think you'll be okay. You can always take another tote. You can stack them. There's a lot of ways. I'd be determined one way or another to compost. Go ahead.
Guineas sound like kookaburras.
They do. Why are they screaming?
Oh, it's the sun's setting and they're trying to find where to roost. So they're probably squabbling a little bit.
Pecking order now.
Yep.
The pecking order. Let's see. Christy Severity. Happy New Year. Love listening to you guys. I might have read this already. Hope there aren't too many fireworks tonight. My dogs hate them. Oh, looking forward to the new year and new videos. Zoe, I started thinking she was autistic. Zoe doesn't like any noise. She doesn't like the tea kettle going off. She screams when the tea kettle goes off. I was out here and I had the tea kettles out for the hummingbirds. They're not out, are they? I'm gonna go double check that. She doesn't like cutting. If somebody's on TV, we're watching a garden show and they've got their shears and they're cutting, she's in hysterics screaming. I don't know what this is all about. She doesn't like any clicking noises. She doesn't like fireworks. She doesn't like thunder and lightning. She doesn't like noise. I'm hoping she's gonna outgrow it, because I did have a dog, oh my dinky, many years ago that didn't like noise either, and she would go into the bathroom and hide behind the toilet and not come out, and she outgrew it. So I don't know. She doesn't like noise, but she doesn't hide, she screams. So I understand how you are. His healers don't care. Go ahead. Oh, okay, here, yearning for country living, Robbie. Do you have any success with red romaine? I grew the red freckled lettuce 1 year, quite a few years ago. It didn't go to flower. It grew. it didn't go to seed, so I didn't get any more. And I don't know if I'm going to grow anymore. And the reason is, and this is my thing, that you know what, it's good you're asking that, because I've thought about red lettuce, because I'm growing the purple bok choy right now. If I grow red lettuce, and I think I do want to grow red lettuce, it doesn't grow as good as my green romaine. I'm going to tool it because I don't want it to go to seed. I have the green lettuce that you can probably, I think you can see it. It's in there. Right back behind me. And they'll be able to see it now. No, if you touch it, I don't know. No, that's it.
It's this here.
Oh, okay.
You can see this better than that.
Okay. It grows like a weed, the green romaine. Everywhere in my flowers, I've got it growing. It's growing all over the driveway. And because it's growing so good and I love it, I don't want to bring in any other lettuce to hybridize with it. So this way it grows like a weed. It goes to seed. I've got some down there going to seed. I leave the seed for the goldfinches. And then I collect my own seed, and a lot of times seed falls and you see all the babies growing and they will not get any size to it until you pluck them out and give them their own pot. Once they have their own pot, they'll take off. If they intermix, I don't know what will happen, and that's what worries me. I had celery, a green celery I bought maybe 5-6 years ago from somebody. It was growing like mad. Same thing, it would go to seed, grow all over. I'd pluck it out, put it in a pot, and they grow big green celery. It hybridized now because I brought in red celery. Now I've got this celery that grows that's reddish green. It's a little on the drier side, the stalks. Sometimes they're short, and it kind of, now that they're all hybridized, I don't have that really good green celery, though I have found a couple growing that looks like it might be, so I'm going to cater to those and get the seeds off of that, and hopefully it won't hybridize. I'm trying to get rid of the red. I was never that thrilled about the red. That's the only reason I haven't grown red. So if I do grow it, I'm going to cover it because I don't want it to hybridize with what's growing like a weed, and that's the best way to grow things. Go ahead.
Okay. KKL, I think they asked once before, but they didn't.
Film cans, okay. And she said film cans. Go ahead. KKL.
Have you ever grown purple dragon tongue beans? I did a few years ago.
Is that what I just grew? Some purple beans I planted?
It could be.
And with my cucumbers now that are hanging out there that never got picked? Because you've got the seeds, and I wanted to plant something different.
Yeah, that's probably the purple dragon.
So they're still out there. Have we eaten them? No, but they're still out there. I should collect those. Happy New Year and God bless you all. Peggy Breaux, B-R-E-A-U-X, Brooks? Bro?
I think
That's
it's
it.
Bro.
Film cans. KKL's got it. They were film cans. Boy, they made good cages. I don't remember how I made the holes, and I wired it all up. And then all I had to do was lift the top. Of course, some of the hamsters learned how to open the top, so I had to make a top that could hook. They worked out so good. And it was all for free. My dad gave me some wire. E-N-O-L-A, Lapine. Happy New Year.
Enola Lapine.
Lonnie Horton, Robbie, you never talk too much. I always used to get in trouble. My name was, when I was in grammar school, was always on the board. They have a chalkboard, and then I have to bring the note home. Nobody ever did anything to me, but I used to like the talk. Nightshade, Happy New Year from Indiana, Brian. My good, do you have to go lock up the chickens?
I've already locked up the chickens.
Okay, because I was wondering if that's what it is.
No, it's the guineas the chickens seem to be fine. It's the guineas that are making a ruckus right now.
I should go check the hummingbirds and see how they're doing. Actually, I could check the hummingbirds from here. And just check the cameras. Go ahead, talk, Gary, while I'm checking the hummingbirds. Okay, they've got food in the window. What do you mean? I just froze up my computer. Oh, let's see what that is. Okay, so there's food in the window. We're okay in the window. They're all feeding pretty good. Gee, I can almost walk over there. There's a lot of hummingbirds in the window right now. And then let me make sure they've got food here. I hear coyotes.
Yep.
That was disturbing last night. I'm still disturbed. To see a pack come through, that is so uncharacteristic. They're supposed to be single animals, and now they're forming packs. Oh, there's plenty of food out there. If I walk over there, they'll all take off. I could walk over there for a minute before we cut this off, but they're feeding. Okay, so all right, so there's plenty of food out there. Now I gotta figure out how to get back out of here and go back to this, and now I'm stuck.
Okay, good night, yearning for country living, and Happy New Year.
I'm trying to get back to the video, which, there it is. There we are. I'm back. I just checked on my camera where if there's food out there. You know what? I think I heard a coyote in my apartment last night. Yeah, there were so many. I couldn't believe to see 3 of them come as a pack through here. They're shooting off fireworks here. Ugh. Where's Red Base? Corona? Where's Red?
I'm not sure.
They've got fire. We're gonna have fireworks. I can hear, Peggy probably can hear the fireworks. Ian, Happy New Year and congratulations on 30 years, you two. I found your videos earlier this year and they've helped me so much. And now have 2 feeders that are guarded by some very entertaining Annas. Wonderful. That's coyotes. I don't know if you can hear them. Some coyotes bark like a dog, and they do that on purpose. They'll sit right outside and they bark. They try to get the dog to come to them because they go after dogs now. They never, when I moved here in '88, they wouldn't touch dogs. They actually would come to the yard, and I had a sheltie then, look at the dog and then go on their merry way. But they've changed a lot, the coyotes, since when I first moved here. They can hear them. Sounds like a lot of them. There's a lot, because there are a lot of half-grown or grown cubs now, babies, pups. Oh, okay, Red is in Virginia, because 3 hours ahead. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they're shooting them off at 8 o'clock, huh? I'll walk, you know what? I'm gonna walk over to the hummingbirds. They'll probably all disperse. Now you got
So,
Ivy's screaming.
Ivy's howling.
She doesn't like the coyotes. She doesn't like them.
Yeah. Ivy's the most sensitive of my healers. She reacts to a lot of things.
What's the matter, Zoe?
Now Zoe's reacting.
Okay, we're gonna sign off in a few minutes. Oh my goodness, my 10 minutes turned into 82 minutes. Let's see if we can walk over here quietly. See, I've got a feeder here, which they've pretty much emptied that. I love hearing the coyotes run. Let's see. You know, there is a story. It's probably, I'm trying to think, 5, 6 years ago when Gary went through the hills. It was actually here. And he saved somebody's dog on New Year's Eve night. I was in the kitchen and I could hear a dog screaming like something really bad was happening to it. Gary took off and he went down there. He slid down the hills because there's a mountain there. He slid into the gully between the property there, and he fought off a whole pack of coyotes with this little black dog. And we posted, he brought it in, it was bloody, we cleaned it up, there was no place to go in the middle of the night. And I posted the dog, and I don't know how we found the dog, the owner, and the owner was the owner in San Diego that night? Yeah. The owner went to some doing in San Diego. They were actually, I can tell you, it was one of the owners of Northgate grocery store. And I posted, we've got your dog, and I think your dog, we have cleaned it up, we'll have to go to the vet. And she ended up coming here at 3 in the morning. Gary waited for a while. We waited for her. I never met her. I let Gary just go to the door, take care of her, and we gave her dog back. There's the hummingbird. They all left. I told you they'd leave as soon as I walk over here, which I don't want to disturb them. And it's getting dark now. But cleaned the dog up, and she did take him to the vet the next day, and she let me know he lived, and that was the end of it. His name, what was his name? He had that name because he was an escape artist. I can't think of the dog's name.
Chapo.
What?
Chapo.
Chapo. She said that dog always gets out, and it got out just before she left. So she posted it on Nextdoor. I posted, I found it. So it worked out really good. Love to see this. I'm in Chicago. Oh, now I can't read it because I'm on the phone, so you'll have to do it. Connie, when I lived in the country around the other screen, my donkey kept the cow protected. So anyways, see, now they've gone back into the trees. They're pretty much done because now it's dark. But then you'll have a few. There's one there. See, she's screaming. And so, yeah, I knew they were going to take off when I moved over here. And I want to make sure. It's okay. It's okay. It's just coyotes and me making noise. It's okay. Wait till tonight when the fireworks go off. You're going to be screaming your head off. And we're going to say, it's okay. So that's it. Let me move back so I can get them to come in and finish up the ones that didn't finish up. There's been food out all day, so I know that they're nice and full. They've been feeding. I've got feeders all through there. And then, boy, do they hunt for the insects now on that tote that's there. They really work that tote. I put a feeder there. They zip around. They won't go in. I have seen a hummingbird many years ago go into a bucket, from the compost, the kitchen I had out here. But normally they'll zip back and forth and you'll see them flying around. And then when they come to the feeder, they'll just zip because what they're doing in midair, their tongue is like, it's like a whip with two. They just fly and they just catch them that way. So they love that. I got to close that up. Otherwise I will have something in there because rats do come through here. And if they find it open, but closing it at night, they don't find it. So that's it. I don't know if they'll come back, a lot of them now, because it is getting dark now. The camera makes it look lighter than it is, but it's actually getting dark. It's pretty tonight. Quiet and pretty. No, I think they are done for the night. Gosh, it's cold. Really cold. Anyways, I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful, healthy, happy New Year. Let's hope for a better year. And I'm actually really excited to do the garden this year because, a lot of you are asking me what new things I have. The red lettuce was good to bring up because I want to grow red lettuce because I think it's very important for beta carotene and to have more color, even though I do grow purple kale. I grow some brassicas that we're having even tonight. That's just a hybrid that's purple. I think it's good, but I don't want to mess up the lettuce I've got because I literally love when it will just come up anywhere. And I can just come, like here, I didn't even plant it. It just came up. This is all lettuce in here. But see, they're just too bunched up, so they won't grow right. And then this is something I found. This is green celery. I'm starting to find some of the green. What I should do, because my original green celery grew so good, and I bought it so long ago, I don't remember from who. I like the idea that it grew like a weed. It would come up everywhere. So I'm trying to concentrate on green celery. And there's my container, which I can close up for the night. Nothing gets in it. It works perfect. And then I'll take one of these pots, if not both. This is garlic. And okay, that's heavy. I'll put it right there. And no, nothing's gonna get to it. What's gonna lift it? No rat can lift it. And they're not going to stand out in the open that long to chew a hole through it. So you want to make sure if you've got determined rodents, and I'll talk about that more, keep it out in the open because they don't want to be out in the open because if they're sitting there doing their thing, they know that an owl or something can come down. So you want to keep it kind of out in the open. You'll be fine. I love those. I'm going to have a ton of those because that not only am I going to have compost to just grab if I'm setting up a new vegetable plant somewhere, just go in there, push to the side, dig in there, grab a whole bunch, throw it in a pot. I'm going to be feeding birds this year, and I want to have a lot of birds. Okay, I'm going to let you say goodbye. Here, it's dark. I'm trying to go. Okay, Gary, I'll let you say goodbye. Oh,
okay. I picked up Zoe.
And I know I've missed everybody. Did I miss anything that I should say because you're the one reading?
Probably.
Well, you want to say anything?
No, that's
Sherry Gardens all around. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, Susie perish. And now I'm going to end up knocking somebody off. Happy New Year. Connie is wishing everyone a Happy New Year. Thank you, Connie. She's got a wrench. Thank you so much. Cindy, Gary saved a dog from coyotes. Yes. I love him even more now. Oh my gosh. He was crazy to do it. He just took off. I mean, we all do things like that. And he just took off, and without any thought, he went to the screaming. And that dog was, oh, my colored lights just went on. They just popped on. Yeah, that dog was really screaming.
Yeah, I didn't have a flashlight or a
That's right.
golf club or anything.
I forgot. Oh, Donald's there. Happy New Year to all. Happy anniversary. Hello, Donald. Thank you. I didn't see you were there. Yeah, he didn't go with anything. He just ran. Oops. Hit the gazebo. He just ran because that dog was screaming, and you had coyotes everywhere.
In hindsight, I reacted. I should have thought about it before I went down to take something, at least. Take something with me.
Yeah, because you had a coyote go after you once.
Yeah, I've had him stand their ground with me a couple of, well, yeah, at least once.
Because these coyotes are just too determined, and there's been people attacked by coyotes. So anybody else you want to say? I'm sure we've missed. Everybody have a wonderful evening. I know Gary's freezing. I'm starting to freeze.
Yeah, I don't do well in the cold. So.
You used to do really good. And I was the one that, I've never liked the cold.
I used to, but...
I know, it's getting too cold. Michelle Mason, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Everybody saying Happy New Year to each other. Everybody have a wonderful evening. And I think I've, as in the days of Noah, I'd say that you for all your, thank you for all your suggestions this last year. Thank you so much. And Malachi, thank you. Malachi's got the wrench and out there working. Thank you. Connie, thank you. Oh, that's it. When I lived in the country, they used to run down a dry stream bed. Connie's talking about coyotes. Right to my window. My donkey kept the coyotes. Oh, cows protected. That's what llamas do too, right? Llamas will keep out the coyotes. Our neighbor's got llamas.
Yeah. But you also got a donkey.
And she's got a donkey too. That's right. Yeah. That's the donkey you almost got. She wanted you to take it.
Yep.
We thought about it. It's like, Gary said, that's the last thing we need now is a donkey. Maybe someday. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's. And I think that's it. So thank you for joining us. We'll come back in 30 years when it's our 60. Hold on. I almost knocked everybody off. Have a wonderful New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year, and we'll go inside and
Gary wants to go inside and get dinner. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.